If you own a car or you are anyway mechanically inclined, I think you need this tool. What this is your own personal OBD scanner for your car. So before I became a world famous YouTube star loved by hundreds of people around the state of Michigan and maybe a few other places, I used to be a mechanic when I was long time ago, younger days. In fact, I still got my coat from Q-Lube, a shirt from Murray's. If anybody remembers Murray's, they were an auto parts store back in the day. They were friggin' cool. Worked for, there you go, Matt, for Firestone for a while. And then I worked, well, the first coat, Q-Lube for a while. That was me, El Mateo. So because I haven't worked on cars in a while, the last time my wife had a problem with her van, an error code popped up. The dreaded light comes up on your dashboard and you're like, oh man, what do I do? You know, and we wound up taking it to a mechanic and they scanned it and charged us and said, okay, we can scan it and see what the problem is. And they said, well, here's your problem. And we wound up having them fix it because we were there, but the bill was way over $300. And imagine my disappointment when I came home and searched up that part online, and that part cost $26 at AutoZone. So for $26, I could have replaced it myself and saved a whole bunch of money. A tool like this OBD scanner, a tool like this is a great asset to have in your house, especially if you like tinkering or working around in cars. Plus all the other things this thing can do, I think is a great addition to your toolbox. In the box, they give you this really cool carry case that it comes in, so it kind of protects it and helps it so as your tools are bouncing around your toolbox, you're not scratching this thing up. After all, this is a really nice LCD tablet. In addition to that, they give you the cord as well. So this cord goes from your OBD port. It's usually underneath your dashboard in your car and plugs into the tablet so that it can read the information from your vehicle. On top of that, they give you a charger with basically any end you could use around the world. So if you're looking at this and say, well, I don't have that, they give you all three of the most ones that I know of, at least, outlets to be able to plug this in anywhere in the world that you're at. You should be able to plug this in and power it. It also supports pretty much every language you can think of. So when you set it up, you can choose and select what language you want. So they give you the case, they give you the cord, and they give you the power option. Now, from my understanding and my research, I believe you can take this and download it into your computer if you want as well. And you could transfer the data over to that to keep a long history or records and stuff. This also does have some internal storage and does store kind of history and diagnostic notes and stuff that you can store to the vehicle so that the next person that scans it can read that as well. That's kind of neat. In addition to scanning, this thing allows you to reset your oil life, reset your battery life. If you don't want to like go in and try to figure out on your menu how to do that. Like sometimes they really hide that functionality for some reason when you get your oil changed and you've got to do all these like special tricks through your dashboard and your radio or something to try to get to reset. You could just plug this in and go to the oil reset and it resets it for you. If your tire pressure gets too low, you can go in and reset that monitor in there. If you want to reset your gears for shifting or something, if your car's been shifting kind of funny, you can go in there and kind of reset or recalibrate that back to default and have it relearn your shifting patterns. There's just a ton of stuff this thing is available or able to do for you. I think this is really cool. You got a huge power button on the top. So if you're a mechanic and you're wearing gloves, not super small where you can't get at it, it's a big, large button. You just press it and it powers on. The whole tablet itself, I should say, is covered in a rubberized coating. So if your hands are oily, greasy, whatever, and you slip and drop this, it should take a little bit of protection, a little bit of damage from that fall. And the entire body is super durable. I think this is really stout tablet. I don't think it's something where you have to worry about it getting beaten up, too easily. It is still an electronic device. So once you turn it on, visit it with this cool screen, and after it powers up, and you can go through all the different options. This thing is really cool. You got your diagnostics, your maintenance, your upgrades, and then more where you can, do a bunch of other stuff that, change settings on the tablet or whatever. They do have online customer support right through this as well. So if you don't know a code, you can do that. I'm in my truck right now and I drive a 2016 Silverado. So I've got it plugged into the OBD2 port and I'm going to do a scan. For the first time, I'm going to do the auto search option based on, like, I think it searches your VIN in it. So I'm going to check that and see how that works. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do, the first thing we're seeing when we turn it on is this auto search. So I'm going to see if I can auto search and it will identify my vehicle. So it's doing a VIN scan right now off my truck. My truck is a little bit older. It's coming up 10 years, but there it is. Boom. 2016 Silverado. Picked it up right away. So here I am. I can see my health report. Engine control module, fuel injector modules, chassis control modules, hybrid powertrain. I don't have hybrid, but transmission controls. It's basically searching everything to see if it can find any active fault codes right now. I did find one. So far, we found one fault code. I'm interested. It's telematics communication interface control module. That's interesting. Okay. So we have one abnormal. And I can, oh, cool. So I can look it up and search that error code online. I don't have my internet hooked up. Okay. So 18 systems found and one error code found. So I got to look into that and see what that is all about. A new battery, you can let it know that, hey, there's a new battery in. Brake pads, if you do have sensors saying like, hey, your brakes are low, you could come in here and reset it through there. If you have an electric water pump, you could start it via this, so you don't have to listen to it over the engine running. You could actually trigger it to fire here. That's kind of cool. I can't thank ThinkCar enough for sending me this tablet and letting me review it for you and letting you guys know about it. If you'd like to pick one of these up for yourself, I will put a link down in the description down below, as well as the first pinned comment. I think these things are really neat. I've always wanted one, and OBD has been around for a while. OBD is basically the port in your vehicle where you can hook up to and get diagnostic information about your vehicle. It's kind of like a computer port for your car, right? And it's been around now for quite a while, but the first scanners that came out were really kind of rudimentary. They were just like, just some text on a screen. They'd give you a couple error codes and then you had to go back to the manual and try to look up what that error code meant. It was kind of a pain in the butt. The fact that they have such a nice UI on this, and here comes the software engineer in me. The fact that they give this such a nice user interface, I plugged this thing in, not reading the instructions at all, never using it before. The first time I used it was out on my truck, and I was able to go through, look through all the different features that this thing offers, scan my vehicle without having any prior knowledge of what to do. I just hit auto start and it scanned it for me. The UI is super intuitive. If you don't know anything about these, it is the easiest learning curve ever. These things are really, really cool. I'm going to add this to my toolbox, and every time I get an error code now on either my truck or my wife's van or any friends' vehicles or anything, anybody's got an error code, come see me. I'm going to come help you out. I think this is just really cool. So I'm really excited. It's going to be my new toy. I'm going to go around and scan everybody's cars. So like I said, I want to thank ThinkCar for sending me this OBD scanner and accessories and carry case. And if you would like to pick one of these up for yourself, click the link in the description down below, as well as first pinned comment. And if you like this type of content, you like gear reviews or, tool reviews, or this is a tool, tool reviews, gear reviews, outdoor content, camping, hiking, kayaking, motorcycles, woodworking. Woodworking's huge. We do so much stuff on this channel. It's crazy. YouTube hates me for it. So, tell YouTube they're wrong and go down and click that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up on this video and comment, because all that stuff costs you nothing, but it helps my channel so much. And I really do appreciate every single one of you that subscribe, like, comment, leave comments, even the trolls that leave negative comments. I like you too, kind of, But anyway, that's it for today. Do like that, do all the things, and I will see you on the next one.